They stood in line at 18. Backpacks slung over shoulders, dog tags clinking in nervous fingers, some with fresh scars from high school fights, some with medals already earned on football fields, debate stages, part-time jobs. Boys, girls, children really. They signed a contract, swore an oath, not just to serve, but to surrender. To hand over the next chapter of their lives, in full, without conditions. They gave away birthdays, holidays, first loves, in exchange for something most of us only talk about. Duty, honor, country. Then they put on the uniform, and in that moment, something changed. A transformation you can't fake. You see it in the posture, in the eyes. They were no longer civilians. They were warriors. Some went to Iraq, some to Afghanistan, some never left the US. But all of them entered a war of some kind. A war against fear, against chaos, against the unknown. They trained in heat that cracked their skin, in cold that numbed their bones. They memorized drills, weapons, orders. They forgot birthdays, names, sometimes even their own faces. They learned to run toward the sound of gunfire, to carry friends who wouldn't make it, to fight, and when ordered, to kill. But ask any of them. They didn't fight for politics, not for the headlines, not for the applause. They fought for the person next to them, for the brotherhood, the sisterhood, the bond no civilian could ever understand. Some came home in caskets, their final journey wrapped in flags, saluted by strangers. And others came home in pieces, not physically, but spiritually. You see them in airports, at bus stations, staring into nothing. You might not notice the way their shoulders twitch at sudden sounds, the way they avoid crowds, the way their eyes scan every room, like the war never ended. Because for many, it hasn't. And when they return, they don't find parades, they don't find banners. They find paperwork, rejection, delay, a system too slow, too cold, too broken to care. They wait months, sometimes years, for basic medical care. They're told their trauma must be proven on paper before it's believed. They're handed pills instead of therapy, silence instead of understanding. And some end up sleeping in alleyways, under freeway bridges, on park benches wrapped in military jackets older than their children. You've seen them, holding cardboard signs, "Homeless veteran, please help." Most people walk by, some toss a coin. Very few ask, "How did this happen?" The truth is harsh. Over 37,000 veterans are homeless in America. Not because they failed, but because we failed them. We send billions overseas. We build warships, drones, jets. We have a defense budget of over $800 billion. We can send a missile across the world in seconds, but we can't get a soldier into therapy in 6 months. We call them heroes when they deploy, but burdens when they return. In Vietnam, over 2.7 million Americans served. When they came back, many were spat on, called monsters, denied care, left to rot in silence with memories they couldn't outrun. In Iraq and Afghanistan, they came back with invisible wounds, post-traumatic stress, survivor's guilt, chronic pain, anxiety that makes grocery stores feel like war zones. They lost marriages, lost jobs, lost themselves. And what did we offer in return? A wait list, a pamphlet, a phone number that goes to voicemail. Some tried to hang on, others slipped through the cracks, and those cracks became graves. Veterans make up only 6% of the US population, yet nearly 13% of the adult homeless population. And the suicide rate? 57% higher than civilians. That's not a statistic. That's an emergency. That's blood on the hands of a nation too distracted to care. And yet, they still endure. Because that's what soldiers do. Even when the battle moves inside their heads. Even when the enemy is depression, loneliness, bureaucracy. You might see a man in torn boots, yelling at ghosts. But he once stood between your family and danger. You might see a woman shaking with a sign at a red light, but she once carried a rifle and a nation's promise. They deserve more than pity. They deserve dignity, healing, a place to belong. And the truth is, it's not too late. There is hope. There are shelters. There are veteran-run programs. There are mental health advocates fighting every day, but they can't do it alone. They need you. Yes, you. Use your voice. Speak out. Vote for policies that protect them. Volunteer. Donate. Even a single kind conversation can give someone a reason to hold on. Because a country isn't measured by its firepower. It's measured by how it treats the ones who bore that fire for us. Not all wounds bleed. Not all heroes make headlines. Not all soldiers come home whole. But all of them deserve a second chance. All of them deserve a home. Let's not wait for Memorial Day. Let's honor them today. With action. Before the medals. Before the uniforms. Before the salutes. They were just kids. Young, full of hope, full of dreams. And they gave it all up. For us. They didn't ask for fame. They didn't ask for fortune. They asked for one thing. That when they came home, we'd be there for them. But somewhere along the way, we forgot. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more about important topics like this, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel, The Human Lens. And hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching.